Hi, my name is Damian Gardner. I'm from Concord, California, located in the U.S. I recently traveled to Cyprus, to the hospital AIMIS, to have spinal surgery, two-disc replacement. This injury began probably when I was in my early 20s, but it flared up when I was in my approximately 5 years ago. And recently it's just gotten much worse to where finally I could not really function as I needed to. I've been racing sprint cars, race cars, mechanicking on race cars since I was in my early 20s. So it's very important that I had all my functions and my arms, my limbs, my strength to be able to do this. I finally reached the point where I was not able to do this. It was starting to hinder my performance a little bit. I began to seek out doctors that could help me fix the problem, solution. I met a Dr. Schwartz at Ortho Indy in Indianapolis, Indiana, and he began to instruct me that a two-disc replacement was going to be what I would need, and I began to look into it. Approximately a year later, he showed me AIMIS, told me that it was a place in Cyprus, and that I could have this procedure done there. Unfortunately for me, this procedure is not available in the U.S. You're only allowed to have one disc replacement, so they offer fusions, which are, from my understanding, not quite as good for long term as the two-disc replacement. I began to do research on Dr. Schwartz and understand that he was a very advanced surgeon and kind of on the cutting edge of technology of today. And along with AIMIS and the great hospital that they have there, that he assured me that they would be able to do this procedure and should be relatively no problems. Recently I'm standing here, I'm only probably, I believe, 5 days from the surgery, which is pretty amazing. I'm going home tomorrow. I was planning to go home from, I think, 2 days from now, and I'm going to go home early just because I feel like getting home and getting back to it. But Cyprus is a very beautiful place. I was a little bit surprised when Dr. Schwartz told me about coming to Cyprus. Obviously I looked it up, and coming over here, there was a little bit of worry of just where I would be coming, but I assure that coming here, the hospital was as good as any American hospital, and I was treated very well. It's a very American-speaking island. Everyone treats you very well. It's more of a tourist, like a resort. So it was kind of a vacation. I wasn't sure how much of a vacation I would be on, but as you can see, 5 days later, I'm standing here enjoying the beach, enjoying the sun, and scheduled to go home tomorrow, now wondering if I should have stayed a little longer. That was another thing about the whole procedure that is relatively amazing and pretty different than the U.S. From the beginning of the procedure to the end, basically, once I decided to have the procedure, they pretty much planned and took care of everything for me. I can't thank them enough. I can't thank the hospital enough and everyone there. Dr. Schwartz for showing me this place, and I would recommend it for anyone that has to have a special procedure. I'll look into it more. I'm not sure what procedures they all do, but I'm sure they do quite more than what I've had done. Obviously, they're on the cutting edge of most technologies, so I'm sure there's a lot of other things that they do offer. Again, I just want to thank everyone at AIMIS and everyone involved that helped me get here.